Take over, Elon. Just take over. Hi, everyone.
Elon Musk was reportedly given the status of special government employee by the Trump administration. Presumably, this status was given to Musk for his role in the Department of Government Efficiency, aka DOGE, which was created by executive order. Special government employees are executive appointees who perform important but limited services to the government with or without compensation for a period not to exceed 130 days in a given year. The practical objective of DOGE from day one has been to gain access to as many government IT structures as possible, gather as much information as possible, and feed the information to an AI chatbot to determine budget cuts and waste. Superficially, this is all about using technology to cut spending and reshape the government. One of the biggest issues with technocrats using AI to reform the government relates to setting parameters and values of the AI used to make decisions without a transparent democratic process. It's easy enough to make spending cuts in a vacuum, but the real-world effects may trivialize human suffering and the consequences it will have on the lives of millions of Americans. They didn't even try this approach with one aspect of what an agency does, or even one agency for that matter. They decided to attack every federal agency with this untested methodology and practice. There are many constitutional questions this raises, and the many legal processes in place to materially change most of these agencies are being completely ignored by Elon Musk and his agents. While President Trump gave Elon Musk access to IT structures and government buildings, which in and of itself may have broken certain rules, the executive branch is not allowed to eliminate large departments and certain functions of the government that are mandated and funded by congressional action without appropriate legislative approval or oversight. Elon Musk is approaching the federal government similar to how he approached Twitter when he took it over. When Musk bought Twitter, he made it into a private company and took a wrecking ball to it. He didn't care what got broken as he ripped through the company to his satisfaction. If Twitter had been a public company, he wouldn't have had as much leeway to batter it to his will, and to its detriment because of laws regulating corporate governance and shareholder rights. The federal government has way more laws and protections related to its affairs than a public company. The executive branch does not have the authority to erase government functions mandated by Congress and stop distributing substantial portions of government spending approved and allocated by Congress. President Trump simply doesn't have the authority as granted by the Constitution to do what Elon Musk is doing on his behalf. Getting unchecked access to information is one thing, but freezing federal funds given by Congress to the tune of trillions of dollars is facially unconstitutional. Trump claims Elon is only doing what he is told to do, but Trump isn't there watching Elon and his team of software engineers. Trump doesn't have any technical knowledge or expertise. Trump doesn't know what they're doing with all the information they're gathering. Trump isn't in control of the AI they are feeding all the information into. Trump doesn't know if they are distributing copies of this information. Trump doesn't know if they're creating security issues in the IT systems or future backdoor access. There is no one monitoring what Elon and crew are doing to make sure it adheres to safety and legal protocols. Musk's team has reportedly created a firewall between them and the agencies they are plugged into. By law, a special government employee like Musk would be prohibited from participating personally and substantially in official matters where he or certain people or organizations around him have a financial interest. Since 2008, Elon Musk's flagship company Tesla has received billions of dollars from the U.S. government in the form of grants, tax credits, contracts, environmental credits, other federal credits, and discounted loans. Tesla's business also has been greatly helped by buyer tax credits and rebates given by the federal government. It is no exaggeration to say without the U.S. government helping Tesla financially, Tesla would not exist as it does today. Musk's other prominent companies, SpaceX and its subsidiary Starlink, have also received over $3 billion in federal funding. Considering Elon Musk has accessed sensitive information from agencies his company has received large sums of money from, like the Department of Energy, him gaining access to government information is a complete conflict of interest and is prohibited by laws regarding special government employees. But Elon Musk's personal personal financial gain is not even close to the biggest issue with what he's doing. Many people in past governments have been given special government employee status, but none of them has been given as much access to as many aspects of sensitive government information and to the personal information of millions of Americans, which may include their social security numbers, social security benefits, Medicare and Medicaid information, banking information, and much, much more. So far, Musk and his underlings, who seem to be mostly young software engineers with no government experience, aged 19 to 25, have accessed several agencies including USAID, the Department of the Treasury, the Department of Education, the Department of Veteran Affairs, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Department of Commerce, the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the FAA, the FBI, the General Services Administration, and the Department of Energy. Trump wants to unleash Elon and his crew on more federal agencies, perhaps all of them. Trump recently said that he wants Musk to check out the Pentagon. It's not far-fetched to assume unless something happens, Musk and his pack of early 20-somethings will soon get access to many or all of the nation's military secrets. Many lawsuits have already been filed related to all of this. A federal judge appointed by Trump in his first term just blocked Trump, placing thousands of USAID workers around the world on leave and giving them 30 days to come back to the United States. While Trump has effectively shut down USAID by blocking most of its funding, many believe he doesn't have the authority to do so without the approval of Congress. Trump shutting down USAID initiatives also negatively affects American farmers who make their livelihood growing food for USAID. Connecticut and other states filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration based on DOGE accessing Treasury payment information and freezing federal funds. They recently had a temporary restraining order granted by a federal court saying that Trump freezing all federal funding without authority is unlawful and unconstitutional. Congress controls spending, and the executive can't unilaterally decide not to spend money that has already been allocated for a specific purpose by Congress. The Trump administration at the time of making this video is not in compliance with the temporary court order. The states made an emergency motion to enforce the order. The Trump administration has until Sunday to respond. The states also applied for a permanent injunction to effect the same purpose as the temporary order. We're only a couple weeks into Trump's term, and we are in a full-blown constitutional crisis.